What's up, everybody? It's Rox, and I am coming to you today with a review for Love and Hip Hop Hollywood Season 2, The Reunion Part 1. So did you guys watch it last night? I actually had to watch it this morning. I thought it was entertaining enough. What did you guys think? First up, this video ain't even gonna be all that long, y'all. I know I always say it, but really today it's not. Because we used to these reunions by now. You know, they got a specific formula that they follow. Let's talk about the host, Nina Gossip Girl Parker. You guys know I like her as the host. I think she is the best choice that Mona has ever made. Hopefully she'll stick with her. Nina looked really good. I think that all that hair that she had was this look that she has now with the bob and the side part and it was just sexy on her, and I thought it even made her look slimmer. She might have lost some weight too, but it was nice to see her, and her little skin was showing and everything. I was like, girl, you better do that. Okay, so I thought she looked good. Everybody else was just... Okay, let's go through who I thought. Tiara's dress was giving me a little bit of Instagram boutique. It wasn't bad, but it was just like, Tiara needs a stylist. It could be so many other looks for her, I think, that would even make her look slimmer. She just seems to not quite get the look right. Her hair, yeah, no on Tiara. I thought Hazel looked nice, very understated, a white suit, businessified. That's not really a word, businessified, but you guys know what I mean. She looked like she was about to go to the office. But honey, sometimes less is more. Moniece, surprisingly enough, you guys, I liked her dress. I don't really know what was going on with it good. I couldn't get a real good, clear picture. Maybe on her IG I can go and see. But from what I could see, I liked it. Okay, when she stood up, and child, we'll talk about that later. Her makeup is always too severe to me. But, the hair pulled back really gave you a good look at her hair and at her dress and all of that. So I actually thought her... her dress was cool. Amber and her hair was pretty. Her sister's hair was bomb. I was like, bitch, you best. You know what? Out of all the things that we've said about Amber and her hair always pretty much looks good. If it's not the style, then at least the color. But she usually has nice hair, except for when the bitch had them two ponytails. I was like, not today, Amber and her hair. Her dress to me, was kind of promish. It was ill-fitting. I thought that the bodice was, big, and like it felt like it was moving like this, as a unit. Yeah, I was just like, not. But it wasn't bad, you guys. I thought it was okay. Just could have been a little bit more fitted to her body. Who else? Nicki. Nicki looked like Nicki. That bitch always looked like she had a fucking reunion. Tight, white, big blonde hair. Brandy. Every reunion with black people on it, someone is always gonna pull the figure ice skater dress, okay? And Brandy was the one today. I don't know what it is about these nets and rhinestones and crystals that people insist on doing. Every single reunion, somebody has on one. Brandy was the one. Surprisingly, I liked her hair. Thought her hair was pretty. It was different, and I liked the style of it and everything. So, who else? Is that all of the women? If I think of somebody else in the review, we'll talk about them later. Who was you guys' best? Who was your worst? Y'all put that down there in the comments below. Let's take a little time to talk about April and Omarion not being there. I think that spoke volumes. They were barely on the season, and then they don't show up for the reunion. And when you don't show up for the reunion and you don't even have beef with anybody, like that already there is saying either they have made the decision not to be on this show next season, or Mona has made the decision not to have them on the show next season. I would be very surprised if they make it back. So yeah, we won't be able to hear April's warbling on the on the mic, okay, as she tries to get her career going. And I was really wanting to hear what kind of voice this girl had, but yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think that they've decided not to go back on the show? Omarion is having a pretty good successful comeback right now. He did just come off a tour, like Fizz said, but I was just like, that's interesting that they didn't show up. What y'all think? You think they coming back? As far as the drama, they jump right into it. Okay, we start off with Princess and Ray J and Tiara Marie. Princess, are you guys engaged? She says yes. So you went to jail for Ray J. Where do you guys stand with that right now? Princess tells us that the case was dropped. Everybody claps, okay? We all relieved. And then Ray J, he leaned over and kissed on her hands and everything. And she was just like, nigga, please. She wasn't falling for that. He was just like, I told you that I fucked up. That Ray J is so fucking dramatic. I'm telling you, that nigga is a show all in himself. Nina says, well, did you leak the story, Ray J? How can a story get leaked? Like, we tried to hide it for like 2 weeks, and then the story came out some other kind of way. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we know what you're saying, Ray J. You told the motherfuckers what happened, okay? They asked Tierra. Well, Tierra, what do you say to that? Tierra's just like, the nigga has a speed dial to TMZ. For sure he's leaking. He leaks everything. Ray J tried to make it seem like, you know, that's not the case, and that Tierra just jealous that he's more popping than she is. Ray J is so special. Then they talk about the little feud between, you know, Princess and Ray J. And, you know, Ray J put 20 on 10. She was just like, you know what? As soon as I find out everything, then I want you to kick that bitch out and I'm get back in the bed with you. I said, nigga, you lying. Because even before Tierra said it, I said, who says that? Okay, it would be more like we fucking. And even Tierra said it. I said, she ain't said that, nigga. You know you lying your ass off. And since they had Moniece sitting up there next to Tierra, you guys know that supposedly they're good friends now. Nina gives Princess a chance to clap back at Moniece. And you know, Princess was just like, bitch, you don't even know me, but you be talking all slick out your mouth for the last 2 years. Get a roof over your head before you know, come at me like that. That shit was kind of harsh, okay? Moniece was just sitting there, and then all of a sudden she gets up like, Bino, that's my safe word. I was just like, well, maybe the bitch is going to the psychologist, and the psychologist was like, girl, go on and get you a word that's gonna take you back down. Because I was just like, what is she talking about? So dramatic, you know. She walks off, everybody is just like, you know, Ray J get up like, no, well, I don't even know what's fixing to happen right now. So she goes off, and then here go Rich. Okay, what we not gonna do today is go there, okay? As long as she with me, even though we not together, you know, she always gonna have a roof over her head. I said, nigga, is you together? Now shut up. But we get it settled. She has a roof over her head. Okay, good. Whatever. Speaking of Rich and Moniece, okay, that's the next story up on the panel. We get Mo back on the stage. You got Rich up there. We got Fizz sitting up there. Mama Marlo, Brandy, and did I say Nicki? So you already know, like, with all this mix up there, that the shit probably ain't gonna be the best. So they asked Rich, you know, how did you and Moniece hook up? Rich was just like, you know what? We was attracted to each other. That's how we hooked up. Mo, you weren't worried about him being a creep? Moniece was just like, no, because everybody has a past. It was all about how well he treated me. Okay, fine. Mama Marla, do you feel like you had the right to prejudge Rich, you know, before you even met him? And Mama Marla was like, well, look, the nigga's sitting up here screaming creep squad right now. All of this shit was public knowledge. He claimed all of this on his own, so I didn't understand why it was a big deal if I said anything else about it, okay? It was supposedly what he was proud of. Rich, then he was like, I'm not gonna say that Marla is not 100% wrong, but people don't take the time to understand the facts. Like, I paid $3,000 a week child support. I said, ooh, now Rich. Okay, you know his baby mama couldn't wait to get her ass on IG this morning. It was like $3,000 damn a week. Nigga, where are the receipts? Okay, you ain't paying that shit. Mona should have had a couple of them baby mamas tucked away in that audience. They could have popped one out on his ass, because, you know, he was just Big Willie style the whole time. This nigga got it all under control, you know. He paying his bills and all of this. What the fuck they arrest you for if you ain't doing it? Okay, so, I mean, that's all we trying to figure out right here. We get to Nicki. Okay, Nicki, you was being messy telling Moniece's information, and Nicki was just like, look, I'm just saying what was told to me. She was basically trying to get back with Fizz, and even Fizz told me that, you know, he has said that this was his way out. So then everybody was just like, oh, is this what you? And then Fizz had to come on out and say, yeah, when I talked to him on the phone, he was asking, was it anything happening between me and Moniece? And he was like, I'm not even trying to be with Moniece like that. She's all yours. And then Richie D told Fizz, because this might be his way out. You guys, bottom line is, I don't know if the man loved her or not. I want to believe that he did, but I think he stepped into something that was a little bit bigger than he understood it to be. Maybe he got overwhelmed. Moniece is a fucking 365 damn days a year, excruciating work in progress, okay? Anybody that hooks up with Moniece has to be in it for the long run. It is a lot of fucking work. So I can understand why Richie might have got some ice blocks on them damn feet. Even if Nicki didn't say anything to Rich, he was gonna see it on the show. And then we was going to have this catastrophic breakup on the damn reunion. But either way it goes, he was not going to want to be with Moniece after he found out that information of how she felt about Fizz. Okay? Moniece can get up there and cry and do all this, talking about his closure and all this, but she specifically said to Tierra she's in love with her baby daddy. In love and loving somebody is two different things. You can have love for your ex for sure, especially if it's your baby daddy. But in love is something else. So that's when, we got to understand the semantics of what we talking about here. So I don't really feel sorry still for Moniece, because had she not said it, we wouldn't be at this point today. Now, the next story was Miles and Milan and Amber in her hair. And what else is there to say about it? Okay, Milan sitting up there looking like he was trying his best not to scream out, "There's some bullshit!" Okay, but you already know that Mona set that ass down backstage and was like, "Nigga, don't you get up there and try to proclaim that all this is fake. I will sue your ass until the damn cows come home." So you sit up there and you bear this shit. Milan, he just looks like he is just like this bitter, he reminds me of like a woman on her second day of her period. Okay, just fucked up and mad, PMSing all the goddamn time. And Miles is the same way. He's crying, he's sorry. Amber in her hair, she gets to vent about how she felt. I mean, I'm not saying that she shouldn't feel the way she feels. It's just like, what else we got to talk about? This is done, said, and done. Brandy and Max, you guys, it's nothing here to see. Just nothing. Then we make it back to Nikki and Kamiya and Fizz, okay? And Kamiya, I think she was embarrassed about how she represented herself on the TV show. She was big enough to apologize for saying that shit about Fizz, because that's all Fizz wanted to make clear is, "Nigga, I knows how to have sex. As long as I got my damn Cialis and some Henny, we good." And then Fizz, he apologized for calling her an appetizer, but he was really just trying to use an analogy, which I got it. He was just trying to compare because he felt like baby girl wasn't getting the whole gist of what he was saying their relationship was. And there was also some clarification on why she was staying at his house. I still think that there was a lot of room for misunderstanding, but he did say that she was having a problem with wherever she was living, and he felt like she could stay in his place while he was gone. So, that makes sense. They put a nice little bow on this relationship, so, it's fine. It's all. And did I say how I thought Kamiya looked? Kamiya looked nice. She looked very pretty. She's a pretty girl, don't you think? And then lastly, you guys, we get back to the Moniece and Marla and Fizz stuff. I don't know why they broke them up like that. They needed to just put it together. But I guess it was because they knew it was going to be drama-filled and they wanted to save it for the next episode. So Moniece gets up there. She tries to explain, her decision to have the baby and how she's there for him and all of this. She wasn't really able to get anything out because all of the mamas in the building wanted to jump on her. Okay, it was Shonda, it was Amber in her hair, it was Brandy. It was just riding this girl, and I get it. We've been saying it, we've been thinking it, okay, we've been feeling it, okay, all in the comments, everybody been talking about Moniece, everything. But I feel like the girl she deserved to have her little part, even if it was some bullshit, just like everybody else did, okay? The girl didn't interrupt all them when they were saying they little whatever was going on there. So why y'all got to be in this bitch shit? You guys ain't got shit to do with it. This is more of an opportunity, especially for Brandy, to just show that she's the mom of the year. And, I just don't like when women just, repeatedly put you down for what? We all know Moniece is fucked up. We don't need you guys sitting up here pouring salt in the wound. So even though that Moniece works my nerves and I feel like she always has some sort of excuse and everything, and maybe she had that coming to her, I don't think that was the place. I thought it was more for drama, more for entertainment, and not really trying to help this girl solve whatever fucked up issues that she has. So we didn't get to really see nothing with Moniece. We'll see it next week we'll see if we see it next week, because it looks like a big fight breaks out. They jump up there, run up on the stage. So that's where the show ended though, you guys. We'll see more of it next week. Alright, you guys, so let me get off of here. Thanks for all the well wishes. I am feeling a little bit better, but it still hurts. So I'm just praying that this medication works. Thank you guys all so much. I did not realize so many people had sciatica and had nerve issues and all of that, honey. This shit right here, nigga, right here. Oh, I can't take this shit. Y'all continue to pray that this medication does what it is supposed to do. But from the bottom of my heart, I really do. I love my rock stars. You guys really don't know how the comments I'm in my comments because I love to hear what people say. Negative, not negative, but you know, not agreeing with me or agree. So and like I said, even if we don't agree on certain things, people still will have love for old Rocky. You guys, I do be hoard. But it do soften the bitch heart a little bit. So thank you. Let me get off of here, get back to work. You guys remember to rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm itsrox. The channel is for itsrox. Y'all look at this burn on my head. I've been trying to keep it. I was curling and then all of a sudden that shit was sizzling right here. I think I laid it on there a good 2 seconds before I realized it was burning. Anyway, you guys, make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm itsrox. The channel is for itsrox. Everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. All right. So hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I plan on doing the same. Until next time, Roxstars. Bye.